Hello again. This segment of the series called 66 Books Jehovah's Witnesses Should Not Read If They Wish to Remain Jehovah's Witnesses. It's you might say, a spiritual autobiography following up on Vivian's witness segments and also my He Gave Teachers segments of a couple of weeks back. This is more particular as to the way I learned to do Bible study, and the way Bible study, and even more so Bible reading, has blessed not only me but Vivian as well. So here we go with the track, which I will definitely want to send you by PDF if you let us know. 66 Books Jehovah's Witnesses Should Not Read. It was the Bible that got me into the Watchtower, and the Bible that got me out. It is testimony to the power of the book that reading it convinced me to join a cult, and reading the same book without aid from Christians persuaded me to leave. But how could I have been so deluded so as to remain a witness for 15 years while reading the Bible? Well, those of you who have spent any time in scriptural discussion with witnesses will be familiar with the way they use the Bible. Though they call such regular discussions with the public Bible studies, only those unfamiliar with the normal methods of Bible study will allow this description to stand unchallenged. What the witness learns and passes on to his studies is actually not Bible study, but subject study, and that a highly controlled subject study. For example, a witness who sets out to study, say, preaching in the New Testament, or the Christian Greek scriptures as the witnesses call it, will not normally get out his concordance, though he has one, and then, having got out his concordance, look up every single use of the word and related terms as a Bible commentator of Christendom will do. The witness, rather, will probably first get out his Insight on the Scriptures reference volumes and read the articles that relate to his subject. If he wants more information, he will go to the multi-year indexes periodically published by the Watchtower Society. All references will lead him to articles which are inevitably highly selective in their use of scripture citations. In no way is the witness encouraged to engage in exhaustive Bible study, even when he's studying subject by subject, which is almost always the case. The Watchtower's literature very seldom allows the witness to get a taste of real Bible study. A responsible pastor or preacher is encouraged to go to his Bible and concordance first when preparing a message. For example, a Bible class teacher or pastor wanting to present the New Testament view of preaching, let's say, would ideally consult his reference books, Greek aids, dictionaries, commentaries, etc., only after working through every use of the word preach and its derivatives in the New Testament. That this often is not the practice of pastors, preachers, and class leaders does not validate the shortcut method. That is, going to your favorite Bible teachers, whether they be Spurgeon or F.B. Meyer or Harry Ironside, etc., to see what you can glean from them. That the church's teachers get by with this method is bad enough, but the witness is in a much worse predicament. One thing I have learned from collecting books on the Bible: the best commentators are really thorough in their preparation. Great Bible exegetes like J.B. Lightfoot, Alfred Plummer, or F.F. Bruce not only have done all the above spade work, they also seem to have read virtually everything of scholarly merit that has been written on their chosen subject. Just so you get an idea of the size of this task, F.F. Bruce's select bibliography, as he calls it, for his Galatians commentary has over 10 pages of sources and references in Latin, German, Dutch, French, and Spanish, as well as English. So in addition to being a first-rate scholar of Koine, that is, New Testament Greek, Bruce had to have more than a passing familiarity with all of these living and dead tongues. In addition, Bruce wrote much on the Old Testament, which necessitates some work in Hebrew and Aramaic. Little wonder, then, most of the great commentators, and F.F. Bruce, by the way, is an exception to this rule, wrote only a handful of commentaries on individual Bible books. Lightfoot produced only 4, Galatians, Philippians, Colossians, and Philemon. However, they are all irreplaceable and endlessly reprinted to this day, although he wrote them about 120, 30 years ago. J. Armitage Robinson, around the same time, the turn of the last century, wrote only one commentary on Ephesians, but it was a corker, and nearly a century later is still basic to a study of the epistle to the Ephesians. In the next segment, we'll get to the serious business of Bible study.